Hey folks, listen, creating your own unique website for a business is very easy with Squarespace. I'm understanding if you need help, if you don't know where to start, take it from us. Squarespace is a very good beginning. It's an all-in-one platform for building your brand and growing your business online, no matter what you do. Let's say that you're trying to stop worldwide toe jam and you decide you're going to have a website, toejambegone.org. Honey, they've got it for you. Features like member areas, the Squarespace Video Studio app, and email campaigns help you not only stand out, but help folks out there suffering from toe jam. You can send out an email teasing your next collections. Loyal subscribers can then look at the behind the scenes content and early access to the next Toe Jam Be Gone ointment collection drop. Who knows? With a great website, you can engage with your audience and sell anything. So head to squarespace.com/READ for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Free yourself from that toe jam, and let's start the show. Well, hey there. Welcome to this. I'm Jason Weaver.
And I am Robin Roberts. This is The Read. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you, indeed, for returning.
What a week it has been.
Thing. Well, how are you doing?
Going on?
How are you feeling? What's in your life, in your tea?
Things are a little helter-skelter at the moment.
Well,
trying really hard to get my shit together and not doing a great job at it. Plus, I got my COVID booster yesterday, so my arm still doesn't work. It's still just like, girl, literally don't ask me to do nothing. But I'm still fucking here anyway. What about you?
Between that booster and monkeypox, I'm just like, child, do I have limbs?
Listen,
can I use anything?
Because I got the flu shot too in the other arms. I'm like, girl, I should have took the rest of the fucking week off.
Just like at this point, I'm ready to crawl down the flight of stairs backward like the Exorcist.
And just rest.
I'm fine. Working so hard. At the moment, I'm so tired. But I also had this weird chocolate. I just discovered that they put coffee in chocolate.
Oh, yeah, they do that.
I had some weird awake chocolate bite that's like half a cup of coffee in each bite.
Festive.
Mama is here and she's ready to work.
And how much of that did you eat?
That's not the point. The point of the discussion is that she's here. She's present at the function, at the soiree, at the gig, at the siesta. No, that's a nap. At the fiesta and
ready to do it. All right. Hallelujah.
All right. So first things first, we're going to get into some Black excellence. This week in Black excellence, we would like to give honor to Taylor Hale. Taylor Hale is the first Black woman to win Big Brother.
Oh, yes.
Former Miss Michigan USA, current all-around bad bitch, Taylor Hale made it through weeks of bullying, racism, microaggressions, macroaggressions, and all-around television fuckery to walk away to walk away with the largest cash prize in Big Brother history, won 800,000 United States dollars.
Damn.
She won the $750,000 grand prize and also was voted by viewers America's favorite player, which awarded her another 50,000.
I know that's right.
Pieces of dollar. She gave an excellent and amazing speech as to why she should win. Big Brother is one of those. It's a strange show. It's real weird.
Mm-hmm.
In its expectation, in its coverage,
yeah,
and it's everything. But this particular contestant did deal with a lot of bullshit, specifically from white contestants.
Of course.
Between motherfuckers bullying her, calling her out of her name, to motherfuckers trying to make all white alliances and all kinds of fuckery on here. She overcame, she spoke, she shined her pearly whites, and she walked away victorious, and the doll deserves. I just need you to see at least the speech that she gave as to why she should be the winner, because girl, bitch, if you didn't vote for her, something's wrong with you. And I think that she won, like, I think everybody but one person voted for her.
Oh, yes, I did see that. And yeah, I don't watch the show, but everybody I follow tweeted out the link and was like, bitch, you better vote for Taylor. So I did it anyway because Black.
Yeah.
Even though I had no idea what was going on. I knew white people were mad.
And the other finalist was also Black. But same.
Oh, okay. Well, Black girl then. I don't know why y'all like the Black girl.
Yeah, period.
Black boy. But,
period.
But I knew white people were mad because of the cookout, the Negro Alliance that happened last year on Big Brother. So I wasn't surprised to hear that they were like mad at this gorgeous girl and taking all their frustration out on her. But good for her for winning. I'm glad to hear it.
You know, niggas could be exchanging information at like a car accident. And white people will see them and be like, they're plotting. The time is out. Like, they're waiting for the time that we're going to, as a collective, say,
yep,
let's shut this shit down.
Yep.
We've taken time and we have,
that's
like,
exactly right.
They're waiting for the day that niggas are going to clasp hands like Fahu Dores. You know,
absolutely I do.
The Grinch song. Yes. They're waiting for the moment that we're going to Fahu Dore Daru Homes and destroy them.
Yeah. And they're scared because it'll be what they deserve.
Because, girl, all we have been asking for at this time is for you to leave us the fuck alone. Yeah. Stop killing us and stealing our things. Yep. That's it. And that's like really it.
And
it's too. And they're like, how much? Our culture is killing you. Like,
and stealing. Don't forget the stealing.
Don't forget the stealing.
It's our bread and butter.
Colonialism. It's the one thing we brought here.
It's literally our DNA. What do you want us to do? So, yeah, not surprised, but good for Taylor. Congratulations. 800. I think I saw that she's like the first Black woman winner in the history of this show.
Of Big Brother, yeah. Tamar is the first, like, she won Celebrity Big Brother prior to this. All right. And of course she was like, oh,
girl, you do not count. Stop that.
It's a different show.
It is.
But like main Big Brother, like the main series, Taylor Hale's the first winner. Both of them deserve their clappity claps, but like, girl, okay.
I mean, imagine winning Celebrity Drag Race and then trying to compare yourself to the girls on Drag Race. Like, it's a different competition and you know that. So why not?
How about you simply move around?
Like, we didn't say first Black winner of Celebrity Big Brother. Calm down. Damn. You couldn't let that girl have her moment? Anyway, go Taylor.
All right. So let's get into this week's pop culture segment. It's called Hot Tops, The Bottom King, starring Wide Open Davis. That doesn't even work. Like,
who the hell is
Viola
that?
Wide Open. It really doesn't even like.
Boy, I did not make that connection.
I'm out of jokes. I'm
off.
wringing myself dry here.
I mean, you write jokes all day long, and we can't wait to see it. We can't wait. We're so excited.
Season 2, bitch.
Period. Oh God, I almost did that annoying white girl thing. I really had to stop myself.
It's better than your Move Out the Way.
Is it?
So much for me personally as an individual.
Wow, that feels racist. Honestly, that feels anti-Black. Yeah, and it feels anti-woman.
No.
Yeah, this is actually queerphobic of you.
Yeah, sure. Elaborate. How?
Because I'm all of those things, and how dare you criticize me when all I'm doing?
Simple criticism of you. That's
right. That's correct. Yes.
It's phobia for all of your identities.
Telling me that, first of all, my accent, which is good.
A lie. A lie in front of God.
It doesn't sound like a Jamaican native. No, I'm not saying that. But it could be worse. It
sounds like the nigga who works for Khadijah at Flavor Magazine.
Oh, that wasn't.
That's what it sounds like.
That wasn't a good Jamaican accent. Okay, it's better.
Let's
than Drake's.
Just move on.
It's better than Drake's.
I'm not going to argue with that.
Thank you.
Drake's is pretty bad.
Thank you. All right, I'll take
Drake's
that.
is pretty bad.
Thank you so much. All right, you're forgiven. Thank you.
Okay. I didn't ask for your forgiveness, but it's okay.
You didn't, but it's granted anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, where are we beginning? So Sean Combs gave Carisha Wilkins. What's her? I don't know.
You know, I don't know. Cole. Brownlee. I know
Brownlee.
It was something Black.
Of course.
Of course.
He gifted her recently, apparently, with a fancy, expensive nigga car. A one Maybach. Bach. I really don't know how you say it. A Maybach GLS truck. And we were given this information by post via Carisha, where she simply said, "Thank you, Poppy," which to me took me back to thanks, Big Papa.
Yeah.
Thank you, Big Papa.
Automatically.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except we all know who her Big Papa is.
Right. Exactly. Right.
It's a pretty car.
She got the car. It's fun. And posted very many photographs in it. Carisha did in front of what's this? I don't know, some French shit.
It looked like the rich section of some city.
Yeah.
Is this Vegas? Is this Miami?
I don't know where the fuck at, to be honest with you. They could literally be in Paris. They could be in Brickell. These niggas could be at Phipps Plaza. I don't know where the fuck
I cannot call it. Yeah.
Rodeo Drive. I don't know.
Yeah.
I go to work and I come home.
Okay.
I go out to you.
All right. Thanks, son.
But Carisha's in the back of her brand new Maybach and said, "Thank you, Poppy." And has a brand new wig on and champagne and deli on, and she's living her best life. Good for her.
Mm-hmm.
Now, her baby daddy,
oh Christ,
Southside, apparently threw some shade, but he posted some long ass video, live footage of him in the back of a Maybach van with some unspecified individual, and brand new sneakers and shit. And he talking about some. What did he say in the video? Oh, we don't do Maybach cars or trucks no more. We do vans now. And people are taking that as a subliminal shot at Carisha's Maybach truck, as opposed to this van that he seems to be being driven around in by someone who's likely to be his cousin, or it looked like it could have been a nigga who passed him the ball a lot during basketball in high school or tetherball. Oh no, some nameless nigga. But he was having his time and smoking his weed and showing off his new sneakers and chains and watches and shit like that. And people were like, "Oh my god, Shade!"
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, I think I have to agree that he sounds like he's deeply in his feelings, and the whole like, oh, we don't ride Maybachs, we ride in fucking vans. Like, girl, what?
He said we don't ride in Maybach cars and trucks no more. We do the Maybachs now.
I mean, but like, do you think the rest of us extremely regular people are going to be like, oh, you're right, fuck a Maybach truck? Like, I don't think this translates to everybody else in the fucking world. Like, who the hell cares that you're in a Maybach van versus a truck, an SUV, or a car? Like, who cares?
We're also, you and I specifically, are waiting for the world to crack open. So we're not.
Oh, it's like, any minute now.
I mean, clearly, that is just
everything is hell. Everything is going to hell.
For the girlies who are like on these pages and who are like aspiring,
no,
it's like, oh no, we don't do Maybach cars and trucks anymore. We do the vans. I guess that's what I don't know.
And what's that gonna mean? Do you think niggas are going down to the car dealership and being like, I have the budget for a Kia, but since Southside posted this video, let me see what's going on with them Maybach vans? Like, girl, no. What? You really do sound like you in your feelings. We don't do that no more. It was a fucking gift. Like, what is the issue? You don't want her? Y'all not together? Y'all ain't been together, I guess, since this child has been born, or even since before. So, like, what was the point of this other than being a salty ass nigga? What was the reason?
My whole thing is, first of all, the Maybach vans are ugly. That's that. So, like, I don't know, like, whether being chauffeured or being behind the wheel yourself, that van ugly. I don't give a fuck if I'm for it or not. That shit is disgusting. That's T. That's that. Next.
I just Googled it, and yeah. It looks like a fancy minivan.
I mean, honestly, whatever.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's gonna come a point, my trap sisters, where you gotta stop giving pussy to these niggas with Game Boys and shit tatted all over their face.
Yes.
Like, it's a red flag. A red flag could not be in a more direct and honest upfront place than like on a nigga's
on
cheekbone.
The face, yes.
You know?
And there's multiple here.
So, I don't know. I just want to like scoop some of the dolls out of, harm's way or fuckboys way,
nigga way,
fuckboys boulevard.
Yeah.
But, sometimes you gotta learn. Soft head make a heart. What? Okay. Go. What were you saying?
All of that is true. I also think, I don't know this person, but clearly he has more money than the average. So as long as niggas are rich, they will be able to pull women. That has always been true. Will always be true. But yeah, the little bit I know about him and in this video, he just seems like he's in his feelings that she is being like so publicly spoiled. I won't say treated well, like in a relationship context, because I wouldn't call this that, but lavish gifts, money and nice things and luxury shit, like all the shit she rap about, she's really living that life. And so, good for her, and niggas should pack their feelings in and move on.
Child.
Mess.
Well, the baby is back doing things. He has a new project out.
I literally did not listen.
I don't know who did.
Not at all. I don't care. And bringing Megan up, not going to make me care anymore.
Well, Baby on Baby 2. I still don't know. What does that mean? It doesn't matter. The project was out.
Yep. That's what you get.
And people have mostly been discussing it for this salacious hot take on one of the songs at the top of the project. Boogeyman, or Bogeyman, as they would call it in Europe.
All right. Alrighty.
So on this dumbass song, this nigga's talking about how the day before the Tory Lane shit, that he had sex with Megan, and that what
niggas
hit it the day before too, but I kept it. I don't care. And he took some shot at her current boyfriend. It's just giving, girl. What the fuck is you talking about? Yeah, he alleges that he fucked Megan twice, and you know, I don't. That's it. Like, I don't know.
I love how you're trying so hard to tell me this story, and it's literally just.
That's it. Like, he just came out of nowhere and was like, I had sex with Megan Thee Stallion twice and fucked her boyfriend. And I guess we're supposed to, like, put down our cocktails and be like, oh, you're here. Like, I don't know what you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But I think that was actually the goal, because, you know, this nigga has faced a lot of hurdles and he's not that tall, so they're difficult already. But, like, it's been a struggle ever since he was talking about niggas sucking dick in the parking lot at Rolling Loud or whatever.
Not that tall,
that so random homophobic. I mean, I'm just saying hurdles. They're difficult. You know, you need legs. You need height. You need some space to get over those things. And so I'm actually not shocked by this, because Megan is, I think, by far the most relevant link to him. And so in order to drum up whatever publicity he possibly can, of course he was going to throw her name into it. Of course he was going to say something about fucking her, whether he did or didn't do it. Of course he was going to put it on this album. And of course he was going to talk about it in order to get people to give a damn. It didn't work, but I fully believe that was the goal here. Because I think it went, what was the first week projection? 15K? 16K? Baby. And I'm sure most of that is streaming anyway. I doubt that that's actual sales. So... We just don't care no more. It's over.
It is what it is, doll baby. Go for what you can. The thing about it is, you present as a hetero man in a very machismo environment.
Yeah.
All you really need to do is make a good song that isn't bitch made, and you can find a crack in the system to find your way back in. Making like mediocre, poorly produced records that just sort of promote themselves through scandal, that kind of doesn't really amount to anything anyway. Not necessarily the brightest way to do it, because like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this information. Like, Megan seemingly responded to it, which she came out on stage, I don't remember where, and said, you know, like, oh, I can do what I want with my body, when I want with my body, with who I want with my body, whatever. And it's just like, love her or hate her, it's true. Like, what am I supposed... So, first of all, y'all had more than one song together. People called you like work boyfriend and girlfriend. You're both good looking people who like... It's not a gag, and it's also not like a felony. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this information besides give you the attention that you're looking for. And I'm not really interested in doing that. And my only other question is, what the fuck is Anthony Hamilton doing on this project?
Anthony Hamilton is on this project?
He's the one feature.
Because the fan page says no features, no industry support. Damn, Anthony Hamilton don't count?
Maybe it's a sample and I'm just dumb.
Oh, well, no, that could be it. That could be it. You might be right about that. But yeah, I feel like I mean, obviously, I don't know if it's true, but I also don't care because I'm certain that you said this in order to get people to pay attention to you again. Like, and I'm just not interested in niggas constantly bringing women into their bullshit. Women who they have disrespected and done wrong, by the way. Like, you had every opportunity to do right by Megan and just didn't. So using her name now in order to get your streams up and that shit's still not working, it's just pathetic.
It's pretty sad.
It is. And I'm not interested in anything he has going on. Oh, I ain't fall off. I don't know what you would call this then. I don't know what the fuck you would call this.
All right. So the Ariel, the Little Mermaid, Halle Bailey, is coming to a picture screen near you next year in the year 2023 of the Lord. We're hyped. We're excited. She's going to be great. She's going to be sickening. Your fave couldn't out sing her. Your fave couldn't out act her. Your fave could not reach her level of beauty. Steam, stew, do whatever it is you need to. Bake yourself, girl. It's happening.
Yep.
It's happening and we're going. So that's that. I think that at least as far as this platform is concerned, we've decided, we've made our our statements.
Absolutely.
And we're stumping into the truth, which is that the doll is the doll. Hello, catch up. Now, Halle is dating a nigga named DDG. He apparently makes rap music. He is an artist that makes rap music and has opinions of his own that he shares with people, apparently, at times when they ask. Now, he was on a podcast where he was asked about his girlfriend and the hate / racism that she has been receiving from weirdos that expected, demanded a Caucasiite, a Caucasian Ariel with fucking airhead red hair, with fucking blow pop colored red hair, even though that doesn't grow out of anybody's scalp. Mermaids are not real, and the fucking redhead white bitch that you knew from the Disney movie isn't even the original iteration of the Little Mermaid. So all of that, oh, redhead power, ginger power, shut up, bitch. That's not even, that was a motherfucking adaptation, and she wasn't the original white, Swedish, German. I don't know what Hans
that weirdo story. Yeah,
I don't know, whatever. But even that is not the tea. So shut your ass up. But that's not the point.
Yeah.
The point is that they were discussing it on this podcast, and rapper DDG / Halle Bailey's boyfriend claims that Halle's been laughing it off. He said, but they've been going a little too hard. I feel like the people are more attacking the character rather than her personally. And then when the host of this podcast said something about it, reminding you, like they're attacking, right. Anyhow.
That don't make sense.
Yeah. When the host of the podcast is like, oh, it reminds you of how, prevalent racism is or whatever. DDG says, I didn't know people was this racist. I didn't know this was a thing. I thought this shit was gone already. I thought it was gone. I thought Martin Luther King canceled this shit out. This shit is crazy. I was like, what the fuck is these niggas talking about now?
All right.
A lot of people had a lot of comments for this, a lot of concern for Halle and the nigga that she might be dating and whatnot. Now, he said in a comment, I don't even know where this is posted, but he responded to a headline about it and said, I was a valedictorian in high school. Obviously, MLK ain't stopped racism. It's called exaggeration, LOL. See, this is what See, this what's wrong with our people these days. We attack each other all day, every day, and no one else. SMH, hashtag BLM. Y'all have a blessed one. Now, see, like half of this could have been gone. Or just hold.
This is what's wrong with black people? This is it?
Yeah. Didn't you know? You didn't get the newsletter? I got mine.
Young niggas. I keep trying to remind myself, like, he's 24. He's 24. He is 24 years old, so I'm trying not to react the way I would if he was 34. But, like, first of all... No.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, I can actually see the whole, I thought MLK canceled that shit out. I can see that as being, like, a joking comment.
Right.
Because even a 24-year-old is not that fucking stupid. Like,
it definitely felt like he was being facetious.
Yes. I can definitely see that. However, the fact that right before that, he said, I feel like people is more so attacking the character rather than her, leads me to believe that maybe you weren't joking, because that is an equally stupid comment to make. That's very dumb. People are not attacking the character of Ariel. They're attacking the black girl playing Ariel. It is about the fact that her black ass is playing Ariel. It's not about Ariel, period. There would be no conversation if it was about the fucking animated movie from the 90s. So, like, yes, perhaps you were being facetious, exaggerating for a comedic effect. I get that. But I see why people didn't think that, because you had just said something dumb. That's how I feel. Like, I see both sides of this.
I took it as him trying to say that, like, well, no, this is not different than what you're talking about, so it doesn't matter. I took it as him saying, like, oh, they're not attacking Hallie, they're attacking Black Ariel. Like, it's not personal to Hallie. No, I'm not disagreeing with you.
No, I see what you're saying. I do. I do.
I still think it is incorrect, but, like...
Yeah, it's not like, oh, fuck Halle Bailey. It's like, fuck this Black Ariel. But Halle Bailey is playing the Black Ariel.
Exactly. So... And he claims that she's been laughing it off. And so, like, I don't know if he feels like, based on whatever the nature of the relationship it is, the relationship that they have when they're together, it's just like, oh, well, they're not attacking Halle. They're attacking the character because, we laugh about it. But I also think that, like, women, specifically Black and brown women, are sort of conditioned to laugh things off, are conditioned to, like, fashion themselves in a way where it seems like they're not taking things personal, or they're not, like, upset about stuff, because if you show emotion, then you're angry, you're emotional, you're like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like Black women have to constantly place themselves in a point, or it's in the industry of, well, like all of them, honestly, but, like, especially in, like, creative spaces, artistic spaces, where you just kind of have to, like, let people sun you, because if you speak up, then it's like this, that, and the third, or you just kind of want like the project you're working on or whatever to speak for itself. It's way more webbed and complicated than a lot of niggas who can, like, make mistakes or trip up or completely be wrong and still be celebrated and still be supported. So, like, I don't know if that's specific to this, but it's like, for me, it was two things. A, talk about whatever it is you do. You talk about, like,
whatever music you
this
make.
Movie that you're not in, and this backlash that you're not a part of. And also, you niggas gotta stop. You gotta stop giving clips to these random white niggas under 6 feet that wear fitted caps and claim to be, embroiled in the culture. It's getting creepy. It's like, I don't know how this keeps happening to you, but it seems to keep happening to you at the foot of some random crackers that are, like, talking to you about, hip hop and the culture and how you feel about it, for an audience that ain't got nothing to do with you and don't care about you. So,
yeah.
There's that too, but the other side of the coin ain't looking too bright either. So I don't know. I'm just here.
I agree. It was, I think, that specific quote was definitely clipped so that the internet would react, because that statement, if you just read it, it does sound very absurd. And so it's a lot of like, damn, these schools ain't shit, or like, damn, y'all not doing shit with these kids, which is true. But I also, I see what you're saying. I don't think he necessarily meant it. I don't think he was being 100% for real, but young niggas. And I will say, I do like to see a young man sticking up for his girlfriend who is being unfairly harassed.
Sure, absolutely.
By the people. So, I do appreciate him for that. But, this is the downside to these shows and shit. They are all about clicks, views, and whatever is going to get the most people to tune into their shit. They don't care about, being fair or doing things in a fair way.
We are in a I hate like generation talk. It makes me tired. But I think that like you and I are in a generation that's like smack dab between people that were a lot more heavily affected by racism in several walks, and far more impassioned by it in their expression and everyday. And then on the other side of the sandwich is a slice that's just kind of like, I don't care. That doesn't have much to do with me. Global warming and the minimum wage. I don't fucking know. But it's just like,
yep.
I feel like I'm in this weird tug of war between a generation that raised me that is very aware of like racism and sociopolitical issues, big and small.
Okay.
And another one that's kind of like, girl, y'all set up a whole entire planet and set of systems that are kind of built for me to get fucked anyway. So like, I don't really care about this random white bitch coming out of Milwaukee that said nigga on her rap song that's trash anyway. It's like, I don't know what to do besides take a nap,
Right. It's like the two things can be true thing. And so like neither side is wrong. Like all of that is real and actually happening. And if you pay too much attention and you're constantly tapped in to everything that's fucked up in this world, racism and sexism and homophobia and misogyny and queerphobia and fucking global warming and ain't no fucking, we gonna run out of drinking water in 4.5 years and the atmosphere is gone and fascists are being elected across the globe. Like you get too into all that and you will literally just be like, okay, girl, I give up and I'm just going to lay down in the fucking dirt because what else can be done? It's easy to get overwhelmed by the state of things. So I see what you're saying about like Gen Z, and I feel like in a lot of ways they are focused more on, the planet, because we have literally given these children scraps. They are inheriting garbage.
My thing is, it's like, to your point, on either side, I'm just like, yeah.
Yep.
And then I go back to the other side and I'm just like,
got a point over here too, girl.
Yep, okay. Like, I don't, so I'm just like.
Yeah, although I also think, I feel like the youth it's different because I feel like millennials really had to like, a lot of people had to grow into this understanding of systemic racism and the way it affects everybody's lives, like not just individually, but on a societal level. Whereas the young people, I feel, have always known this, maybe because they grew up with social media. So it wasn't like some big like, oh, wow, racism isn't just the white girl touching my hair in class. Like, I feel like the kids have always had this advanced understanding of racism that I did not have at their age. And so they're like,
absolutely,
we get it. Yeah, fuck all that. But also we don't have clean air.
And they're like way more affected by racism in in situations that are like violent, in situations that like it reminds me of a friend of mine's parent, like many years ago. We were talking about, me and my homegirl were talking about white people saying nigger in front of us and how we'd be ready to go to jail over it. Mm-hmm. And my friend's dad said something, this was such a long time ago, but he said something along the lines of like, we didn't literally do all the fighting and going to jail and all of that stuff over that for you, our kids and grandkids to be doing the same shit. Like, it's not worth you literally catching a case over like vintage racism. You know what I mean? Like, there are bigger threads in the web that you can be focused on right now that you don't have. And me and my homegirl were like, what the fuck? We were like, what is you talking about? And I'm like, it feels like
did y'all sound
the
like
kids today? Yes. It almost feels like the kids today are on that type of time. Like,
yeah, I mean,
it's
and there's
weird.
something to be
I don't
said.
know where I stand.
I really think that you know, that in some ways that's really valid. Like, you pop off on a white person who said, nigga, you'll be the one going to jail. You'll be the one losing your job because you missed 3 or 4 days of work waiting for somebody to bail you out. Like, you're the one who's going to have a court date. It's all going to fall on you. And that person is going to go on about their lives with absolutely nothing changing for them. So I do kind of get that, but I was that same way. Like, literally wish a white person would. Literally wish you would try me because I am the wrong bitch. So, I get it. Shout out to the youth. They just want clean air. They want drinking water.
Air and water.
They want an education.
Were they not promised at the very least that?
Air and water, child.
Can they at least have that?
They're spending $100,000 on bachelor degrees. It's bad out here. It's awful for these kids. So giving them a lot of grace when they say things that are not necessarily the smartest.
Fair enough. Rolling Loud has happened. Is happening. I don't know. A couple of things.
Who got arrested?
John, we're not even going in that territory because the list is probably way too long. What I will say is there's a meme of Rihanna's baby father, A$AP Rockington, as he decided after showing up 45 minutes late to his set that he would take part in a mosh pit in which he has now become a very quick, rapidly produced meme featuring his anguished face as he realized all too quickly that mosh pitting at this point in his career and fame and his trajectory, not the T, not a Rolling Loud, maybe not anywhere else.
His face.
His face has since become the profile photo for Tyler the Creator on Instagram because it's that ridiculous and hilarious. And through the memes, he basically said that he did not find it all that funny because apparently someone in the crowd, a little bit, as he referred to this person, was squeezing the life out of his nuts.
Oh no.
Yikes. Y'all just like, who's the person who's just like, okay, this person's close, I'm gonna grab their nuts?
Honestly, I see most people taking that kind of opportunity. I do. Because I just
may not.
I don't put it past y'all. Y'all are awful human beings. So yeah, you see a celebrity in a mosh pit and you think, now is the perfect time for me to fondle his genitals.
You may not. You may.
Horrible.
Stop.
Wow. Yeah, no, that was extremely fucked up. Gross.
Between that and then somebody snatched a hocus pocus sized amount of Nicki Minaj's wig off of her when she's performing. Nicki was headlining Rolling Loud. She came out in approximately 76 inches of weave. I mean, just lengthy.
Wow.
And at some point during her set, I believe the whole thing is up on streaming somewhere for Rolling Loud. I mean, you'll watch the whole set. You can literally see when she's performing Moment for Life, a hand come out of nowhere. Just almost that of a horror film. A hand just emerge from the crowd and just snatch.
Oh my God.
At this extra long weave.
I just found it. Oh my God.
And we don't know if they got a piece or not, but what we do know is that folks have been selling alleged strands of Nicki Minaj's hair on sites like eBay for up to $15,000. I have so many questions.
Yeah, I just found that. And I thought, based off of the description, that it was going to be like a significant chunk of hair. These people are selling 2 literal strands, 1.5 really, of hair. And I just want to know who is spending $12,000-$15,000 for this without any confirmation. Well, first of all, why would you do that? And I feel like you could just end it right there.
Thank you.
You could just end it right there. But like, it's not like you can DNA test this hair and be like, oh, this is Nicki's.
If it came with a blood signature and a personalized video message from Onika Mirage that said, this is in fact hair that grew out of mine own scalp, I would still love to know why you came out of your pockets with any amount of tender and said, this is now yours in exchange for that follicle of hair. I don't know why we're here. I don't know what's taking so long, Jesus.
Yeah, because I mean, $12,000 for 2 strands, not even Beyonce. Even Beyonce.
Mama.
Strands from her wig. It's not even her hair. Y'all can't be serious. I hope this is a lie. I hope somebody took some strands off of their baby's doll's head and just put it on eBay. And it's like, if you dumb enough to pay for it, then I'm going to be dumb enough to ship it. Because anything else is absurd. This is ridiculous. I thought it was a recession. I thought it was inflation out here. It ain't no way somebody is really spending that kind of money. No, I actually refuse to believe it.
Child, you know what?
No, I just patently refuse. It's not real.
I just don't get that. But also, I was just like, girl, that's a lot of hair. It didn't get away. Like, that just seemed like it was probably annoying.
What, to have somebody pull at it like that?
No, to have so much hair in a performing, probably in any kind of environment. But like, you're on stage, there's fans, there's actual wind the God made. It just eventually feels like that, that Spirit Halloween cobweb stuff that you put up in your like 2nd grade class, where like no matter what you do, even if you're across the room and it gets in your mouth and you're like. That's what that amount of hair feels like.
Yes, it's going to get stuck to your lip gloss all day long. You're going to be finding hair in your food, in the shower. Until you take that shit off, it's going to shed every day. Yeah, this is a lot of fucking hair.
But no excuse to just be snatching things out of people's.
No.
And then sell. Y'all,
stop touching people.
Very Black Mirror. It's very... Anyway, besides that, what else happened? According to these notes, 21 Savage said he's never doing it again. That girl Ice Spice Begeist, she performed, but she couldn't breathe. And then
what
else?
21 Savage is never doing what again?
He said he's not coming back to
Rolling Out. Okay, well, that's fair.
And then Ice Spice Begeist performed, and then Playboy Cardi had Kanye West come out. And I saw a clip of that, but they both had on them big ass bomber jackets and them Kingdom Hearts boots and them fucking Gotham Knights goggles and shit. I'm like, that could be anybody up on that motherfucking stage at this point. But God bless them. Lastly, I don't care. All right, that's it for Hot Tops. And
I know that's right.
Take a break and come back after.
Hey, y'all, did you know there are currently over 2.4 million podcasts in the world, including the one you're listening to right now? That's right, The Read is one of those 2.4 million podcasts. And it takes a team of people to help bring these podcasts together. Shout out to Dwayne, our incredible editor who makes magic happen on this show every week, and everybody involved over at Stitcher and management, and Bria, who helps with the show prep. There's just a lot of stuff going on. And needless to say, hiring the right people for these roles is extremely important. So whether you're hiring for a podcast or for your growing business, there's only one place that makes it super easy, and that's ZipRecruiter. You can try ZipRecruiter for free over at ZipRecruiter.com/theread. ZipRecruiter uses its powerful technology to find and match the right candidates up with your job. And they have a complete suite of tools that make it easy to filter, review, and rate your candidates. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So if you're a fan of the show and you want to try ZipRecruiter for free today, head on over to ZipRecruiter.com/theread. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/THEREAD. ZipRecruiter is the smartest way to hire. So go hire somebody. And let's get back to the show.
All right, folks, welcome back. It is time for your listener letters.
Yes, it is. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may read them aloud on the show.
What?
Just, throwing it in there, practicing.
Yeah.
Keeping it strong, keeping it.
Yeah, strong.
Keeping it. It's so good. And I just want to.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Keep it there. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So our first letter this week comes from Janet with 2 T's. And Janet says, I'm a
one
black...
at the beginning and one at the end. It's to Janet, but the
Correct.
first T is silent. Yeah.
You're genius. Most people wouldn't have picked up on that.
I mean, it's obvious.
Janet says, I'm a black woman in my 30s, and my husband and I have been together for 15 years and married for 8. Back in May, a friend of mine mentioned that she and her wife were exploring an open relationship. I asked a lot of follow-up questions concerning why they decided to do this and how it affected them. And by the end of the conversation, I actually wanted to bring the idea to my husband just to see what he would think. At first, he was not with it at all, but then we talked more about details like which boundaries we would put in place and which people would be off limits. And in the end, we both decided that it's something we want to try. Last week, I found out that my husband has been sending flirty text messages to one of his coworkers ever since a week after we had the conversation. And in one of the messages, she even said, I don't think your wife would like that. And he told her, remember, I told you we have an arrangement. After I saw these messages, I brought it to his attention and he admitted to everything, saying that the most that they ever did was kiss. And the day after the kiss, they both agreed it wasn't something that they shouldn't do again because of their professional relationship. The thing that pisses me off the most is that my number one boundary was no coworkers. And the fact that he jumped the gun before we could even make the decision official. He's been waiting. He was. He's been at his mama's house for a week and we haven't spoken. I kind of blame myself. Because part of me feels like I should have never brought this up to him. But another part of me feels like that's my best friend. And I thought we were solid enough to do something like this with no issues. The betrayal is what hurts the most. What would y'all do in my situation? I trusted him before, but now I'm questioning some things. Any advice is welcome. Thanks, Janet with 2 T's. At his mammy's house for a week.
All right, to Janet. So here's the thing. I think that you presented an opportunity, an experience. that I'm not shocked.
Mm-hmm.
The nigga was quite exhilarated by and jumped the gun for sure. Did not take his time, did not take consideration.
Mm-hmm.
And thusly is now propped underneath a duvet cover down at mommy's house.
Woo! Yeah.
You know, the thing about it is like, just okay. You brought up the topic. You discussed parameters, which is, I believe, what you should do.
Right.
And actions afterwards. We're dancing all around those damn parameters. You talked about motherfucking no coworkers, right? That was a thing.
Yep.
That was not respected. So we already out of bounds and wrong.
Yeah. So what do you
what
do?
Am I supposed to do?
Right, exactly. What do you do in a situation with your husband, somebody you've been with for 15 years, married for 8 years? Is this something that is going to cause you to file for divorce? How would you work through this? If not. Because I say for me, I say it's time to fuck his dad or his brother. That's what I would do. That honestly seems like I feel like that would be my gut reaction here. Like, I need to, yeah. I mean, not saying this is like the healthy, healed response, but how dare you violate our boundary, like with regards to this whole open marriage situation. And now I'm going to have to fuck your brother, like, or your mother, whoever, somebody in your family, immediate family. I just feel like it's time for me to do that. Because how dare you disrespect me in that way? Like, that would be my first, that's my first inclination of like, how can I get you back? How dare you disrespect me like this? Like, if we had the conversation and my number one rule was no coworkers, and we agreed to this, and the first bitch you hit up was somebody you probably have been looking at work for a long fucking time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so you just took the whole, like, this is cheating. This is cheating. Like, there's ethical non-monogamy, and then there's this shit that niggas do, where they lie, seduce, scheme in order to get what they really want. So,
seduce. I've been working on this show.
So, yeah, I mean, what would I do in your situation? I think I would be, after a week into it, I would be entirely too hurt to be trying to make final decisions. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of what a nigga would have to do to prove to me that, like, this marriage was where he wanted to be. Because this is the thing. You could have been with any other girl. Like, it could have been anybody. It's a million bajillion bitches in this world. And you picked the one that I said, no, that's not. Like, and this is something we agreed to. Like, we set this up. If you had said, hey, yeah, we can fuck around, but you can't fuck my dad, and then I fucked your dad, you would be mad. It was the one rule.
Circling back to this dad, and
I just be trying to think of like ways to hurt niggas the most. And this is just, so yeah, I think honestly, Janet, with 2 T's, a week into it, I would be really hurt still that like this nigga had the chance to get some outside pussy and pick the one pussy that he wasn't supposed to. Like, yeah, that would really piss me off. And he might have to stay at his mammy's house for a couple of more months until I get a cooler head and decide where I want to go from there. Therapy, I think, would be
definitely need therapy.
Would be important, but like that's just such a violation. It's cheating and it's lying and all that. And I feel like it's worse because y'all have this open marriage, or y'all were trying to have this open marriage. Like, it's worse because he could have done it with somebody and it been fine. And he picked the one person that you said no. So, yeah. Do you leave though? Would you leave? I don't know. I mean, I love leaving niggas, but together for 15 years, married for 8, that's hard. I can see why that would be difficult for you to just be like, all right, well, fuck this, I'm out.
I'll be honest with you. I took a nap for like 15 seconds.
Okay, fun. Love that. Love talking to myself. Love answering my own questions. Go me. I'm doing great. I'm
joking. I did not go to sleep. I'm fine.
No, you didn't. You definitely heard the question.
I definitely closed my eyes and romanticized the concept of sleep.
You know what? Good luck, Janet, with 2 T's, and let us know.
You're gonna be great.
Let us
so
know
great.
how it
You're gonna be
goes.
so great.
You are gonna
love
be fine.
you.
With or without this nigga, you are gonna be just fine. But let us know what you decide to do, please.
And that's on Per. And that's on
Per, mamas.
It's just Gen Z. It's Gen Z speak now.
Oh no, who said that?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. I don't want to know.
The streets.
Somebody.
TikTok.
No. No. Don't believe that.
Yeah, Grace.
I don't. Okay. I'm moving on. We have a letter here from Olivia who says, I'm a 30-year-old Nigerian woman. I mostly keep to myself. And recently, a young Nigerian couple moved in right next door to me in my building. They're nice and have 2 adorable kids, but the wife, Melly, really wants to be my friend. I'm not interested, and I have told her that I work all week and my alone time is really important to me. I don't like to go out, but she is persistent. Unfortunately, my mom came to visit me and ran into them, then gave them my phone number and told them that I have been hesitant because I'm just shy. Everything I've heard about Nigerian mothers, this tracks. But anyway, she continues. One time I ended up watching their kids because the dad went out with a friend and Melly worked night shift. Ended up watching their kids.
Right? What?
The dad sent me a text message saying that he was going to get some groceries and then stop by a friend's place and invited me to go with him. There was no mention of his wife or the kids, but the text also didn't have my name in it, so I thought it was a mistake and that he meant to send it to his wife, so I didn't reply. When my mom visited, I showed her the text, and she thought it was strange since he's a married man and went over to their apartment.
Mama doesn't give a damn,
Mess.
a fuck, a shit, or a good one.
I heard a slight exchange between Fitz and Melly in the hallway. Yes, these are the fake names she gave this couple.
Oh my God.
And 30 minutes later, Fitz knocked on the door and gave me a weird look. I was
just thinking about starting Scandal from the top like literally 6 hours ago.
Scandal really used to just grab us by the fucking necks and
chokehold.
Oh my God. Woo, that was really a fucking time. But
an era.
It was. So yeah, Fitz knocked on the door and gave me a weird look. He asked why I'm avoiding him, and I explained that I thought the text he sent wasn't for me. And he laughed and said, "That's your excuse?" He then said that the text was definitely for me and that he just wanted to be my friend because he thought I was lonely and need company. And he also said he hoped it didn't sound like he was asking me out on a date, which made me cringe because it definitely did. And that if he sends a text to me, it is for me. Okay. When my mom came back, she gave me a guilt trip saying that I'm being difficult and that this couple just wants to be my friend. I hate this.
Mama, I need for you.
I did not want to be in this awkward ass situation. My apartment is my space to be at peace, but now it's going to be awkward, especially if I run into either one of them. I'm just wondering if I am somehow actually at fault here because I feel like I am, or if this whole story is as weird as I think it is. Thanks for your help, Olivia.
Olivia, Newton, John.
How could it possibly be your fault?
I don't
even know how you typed all this out and still had the question of how is this somehow my fault? You read what your mother did and was like, how can I blame myself for this?
They have to have a bingo at Shady Pines. Or like
sis needs something to do. Night. Yeah, she needs a hobby.
An evening where everyone watches beaches. There has to be something that she can do.
Yeah.
Because from the get-go that you mentioned her, she has not been stepping outside of her boundaries.
Mm-mm.
She has been full on get out sprinting towards the boundary and then leaping over it and barrel rolling as if she's Kim Possible or one of Charlie's 3 angels. And it has to stop.
Yeah. And then putting it on you. Like, first of all, giving my phone number out and then being like, oh, well, I just told them that because you're difficult and you need to go ahead and make friends. These people just want to be friends with you and you need to stop. Girl, you literally inserted me into this whole mess from the very beginning. I feel like the only way you fucked up here was, oof, I don't know. This is your mother, but showing your mom the text message, I feel like that was perhaps your only mistake. Cause for knowing everything you know about your mom, did you really think she wasn't going to say something to this man? Especially if she thought it was inappropriate because he's married. I just feel like it didn't work out very well for you. Like, yes, she went and confronted him and then he gave her this whole, oh, you know, we just thought she was lonely thing. And then your mama was like, that bitch is lonely, actually. Like, this is her fault. And so then she came back over like, oh, girl, you're just doing too much and being difficult. Like, so that's the only misstep that I think you made here. Otherwise, I think your mother needs to take a big, healthy dose of minding her own fucking business. Giving out my phone number, oh my God.
That is where we're not going to go.
I would be irate.
Get mama a fresh Nintendo Switch or like some giant Uno cards. Mm-hmm. Something to just get lost. Crochet.
Yeah.
Get her like I was gonna say get her some slime.
Like Nickelodeon slime?
Like shit that babies love. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like, she need to find something to do. Yeah. Because what you're not going to do is be giving niggas my motherfucking phone number and then telling motherfuckers, oh, the doll is just shy. Or like, sweets, what do we need to get you an extracurricular activity?
And how am I being difficult? Like, if a married man, I'm watching your kids and you send me a text message talking about, I'm finna go get some groceries and stop by a friend's place and then come with me. First of all, did you forget that I'm watching your children? Who are we gonna come scoop all of us? And like, and even if that made sense, like, this seems appropriate to you, this feels appropriate. I feel like, Olivia, it's time for you to start like just trusting your own gut instincts on how things feel. Like, I don't think you need to run anything else past your mama. I also think you need to be very careful about who you allow your mother to have contact with in your building. Like, I'm not sure what y'all's dynamic is, of course, but it's just, and I feel like this happens. There's actually several letters in the inbox this week from people who are struggling with parents who just don't believe in boundaries. Like, you can do everything for your mama. You pay all her bills and you take her to and from her doctor's appointments and you literally, like, you taking her grocery shopping and you do everything for your mother, your father, whatever your parental guardian is. And then they continuously disrespect you and your needs. And y'all just like keep going back and keep doing this out of this obligation. Like, oh, that's your mama. But your mama or not, they're not allowed to like hurt you or disrespect your wishes, especially about like something like your fucking space. This is my home. If I said I don't want to make friends with these people I like to keep to myself, then that's exactly what I meant. Giving out my phone number will have me blocking you.
Well,
now maybe I'm just cold-blooded, but you don't get to give out my number. Even my mother has called me and been like, now, you know, such and such from the church, her daughter said she was going to be in New York and could she have your phone? And I'll be like, you can tell her absolutely not. Thank you so much. No, you may not give out my phone number. No, you may not do that. That's that's just basic respect. If it's not something that would be okay for you to do, it's not something that's okay for her to do. So I think, confronting your mom here is going to be your best bet. And then reminding these people, like, my mother gave you my number. I didn't do that. So I don't like the text message that this husband sent me. I won't be watching your children no more. Keep your business over in your apartment. And then, I need to sit down and have a real conversation with my mom about what is okay to do and what's not. Because I'll be damned. It just is no way I'm going to let that slide.
Right.
All right. Our last letter this week. Let's see. baby daddies, breakups, whores.
Whores! Woo!
Okay, here is a letter from do you want to do
Begalia.
I was gonna say, do you want to do one about a breakup or do you want to do one about baby daddies and secrets?
Baby daddies and secrets.
Okay. So this letter comes from Toya, who says, I have a really good friend who I've known since high school, Charlene, who did some dirty shit and I'm not sure how to move forward. Charlene is friends with my soror, Stephanie, and when Charlene was in a bad space, Stephanie was nice enough to let her move in with her. During the time that they lived together, Charlene started sleeping with Stephanie's baby daddy, who Stephanie is in an on and off relationship with. And this continued even after Charlene moved out. Stephanie and Charlene still hang out, but Stephanie has no idea about Charlene and her baby daddy. Steph has reached out to me recently and suggested that we hang, but I'm worried that her baby daddy will come up and I'll want to spill the beans because even though Charlene is my friend, I hate how trifling she can be and I don't approve of this behavior.
Yeah.
My partner often reminds me that I am not above anybody and that Charlene might one day try and cross me, or that just saying that's how she is isn't a good idea when a person has as many character flaws as Charlene has, but I love her and truly value our friendship. Would you continue to be Charlene's friend if you were in my shoes? Should I stay away from Stephanie, who is a pretty cool girl and seems like a decent person, in order to ensure that I can keep Charlene's secret? I live about 6 hours from both of them, so anytime we hang out, it would have to be planned. Yeah, it would have to be planned in advance. Thanks so much for the advice, Toya. Yeah, what do you think?
I mean, it just depends on where you're at in your journey, girl. Like, I can't really speak for you in terms of what you should do with this friend. What I can say is that if I just feel like where I'm at and my morals or whatever my opinion is not aligned with your behavior, I'm probably going to, at the very least, mind my own motherfucking business fiercely.
Yeah.
And that means I'm not interested. I don't want anything to do with the mechanisms of this or the information. Good luck and good night. And that's whether or not I continue to have a friendship with you. But
interesting. Interesting.
I don't know. I try not to judge my friends and their harlot behavior if they
I mean, yeah, you can be a hoe, but don't be a hoe and hurt somebody else who is a friend of mine. And not just a friend of mine, but somebody who was like doing you a giant favor. Like, this girl let you move in with her and you slept with her baby daddy behind her back and you continue to do so. Like, that's pretty fucked up.
But
what? But what?
At the same time, your baby father is the one that should be a brand new chandelier for some room in your house.
Okay. I don't disagree, but I'm not friends with the baby daddy.
You know, but I'm saying, like, everyone here needs to get chopped.
All right.
However, me, myself, what I'm supposed to do. Like, all I can do in this moment is move again within the guidelines of my personal, emotional, spiritual makeup. So I'm not going to fuck with XY because what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
However, I believe, have the ability, the privilege of minding my business to a degree that allows my friend to go and hack and get life however they decide that they want to do that. But I don't
know. I think I would have to say something to Charlene. I don't think I would say something to Stephanie just because it is ultimately, when it comes right down to it, it's not my business, and I don't want to be the one to tell her a story about her man that doesn't really have anything to do with me. But I also wouldn't feel right knowing that, like, this other friend of mine is going around being disrespectful to this girl and then smiling and hanging out in her face. Like, that level of fake shit is just, that don't sit right with me either. So even though I've known Charlene since high school, I would have to say to her, like, listen, not slut shaming you or whatever, be a whore all you want to, but it's fucked up what you doing to this girl, pretending to be her friend and fucking her baby daddy. Like, and you know you wrong for that. So just know that I feel like you should say something to her. Like, you should come clean to this girl. It's not my place to do that for you. But just know that, like, I think this is fucked up. And it doesn't have to be like, I think I'm better than you. This is just wrong. If I was doing it, I would be wrong.
Very true.
And a real friend would say that to me. Like, especially if I'm being a fake ass bitch. It's not enough to sleep with her, nigga. You got to come smile in her face too. Like, don't be that girl. Right. And if you'll do that to her, then what's to stop you from doing it to me?
Well.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying about that. Like, I just can't sit around while people do grimy stuff to others and they have no idea what's going on. Like, because I would want somebody to tell me. I would want somebody to tell me that this bitch, who I let into my home when she was homeless, turn around. Oh, no, sorry. It's raggedy. It's trifling. So, yeah, my partner would just have to eat it on that one. I don't care if you think I'm acting like I'm better than somebody. I'm going to say something to the bitch who's doing it because I feel like it's wrong.
Agreed.
And let the chips go from there. And if Stephanie ever reached out to me, I would be like, look, girl, I told her to say something to you, but it wasn't none of my business. So I stayed over here in my lane. I get if you're mad about that, but like, really felt like I was between a rock and a hard place here. So.
Right.
All right. Good luck to you having that conversation with Charlene. Hopefully she does the right thing and confesses, stops being a fake ass, raggedy ass bitch. But
good luck with that.
Yes, we are going to wrap up the questions right there. Again, if you have one for us, send it to asktheread@gmail.com. We're going to take another quick break and be right back.
We should really consider making face reveals a thing. We spend so much time communicating with our eyes, only that showing our lower halves should be a moment. Beautiful smile, dimples, who knows? If you use Quip, it is, at the very least, an opportunity for you to get your smile ready and make good habits easy with all the essentials you need to care for your mouth. The Quip electric toothbrush uses timed vibrations with 30-second pulses to guide a dentist-recommended 2-minute clean. It is loved by over 7 million mouths. Yeah. It's a whole lot of mouths. You can even upgrade with a new smart motor to track and improve your brushing and earn sweet rewards if you're someone who needs that. Possibly, an 8-year-old or someone's baby father who doesn't cut his nails. Build your whole routine with even more Quip, like the reusable floss pick or refillable mouthwash. And on top of that, Quip delivers brush heads, fresh floss, and other refills every month for just $5. No extra shipping cost. I love my Quip toothbrush specifically for all of the above, as well as its design and ease in travel and overall sex appeal. If you go to getquip.com/theread right now, you'll get your first refill for free. That's a free refill at getquip.com/theread, spelled GETQUIP.com. quip.com/theread. It's Quip, the good habits company. Now let's get back to the show. All right, folks, we're back. And it is time now for the read.
It is. Would you like to do it?
I wouldn't.
Okay, great. Well, I'm going to talk about just a couple of things very quickly here, and then I'll be right on out of your way. First of all, the Kim Mulkey situation. I know you, as you know, one of the country's top sports analysts. I know you know all about Kim Mulkey, and I'm sure you saw these comments. Yeah. But so she was being interviewed by a reporter who asked her for her thoughts on the Brittany Griner situation. Free my nigga BG. And the reporter said, I don't think I've seen anything from you on that. And she very quickly, very curtly, very shortly said, and you won't. I'll answer the other question, won't be answering anything about that. So Kim Mulkey, obviously, for those of you who aren't the country's top sports analyst, Kim Mulkey used to be head coach of Baylor's women's basketball team, where she coached Brittany Griner to a national championship. They had an undefeated 40-0 season. It was really quite incredible. And she is now currently head coach of LSU's women's basketball team. And anybody who knows anything about Brittany Griner or has read her memoir knows that the history between these two is pretty fraught. It's pretty strained. Like it was, especially as Brittany outlines it in the book, it was more like, the coaching staff at Baylor basically forced her to stay in the closet because they thought that having out lesbians on the team would hurt recruits somehow, even though there are lots of gay people in college sports, especially women's basketball. And furthermore, I'm pretty sure most of the girls just want to win. And that's exactly what the fuck Baylor was doing when Brittany was there. But it was a strange situation because Kim Mulkey had to appreciate Brittany Griner. She had to, because she literally turned the Baylor program around. Wasn't nobody thinking about studying Baylor until then. But she also hated Brittany because, dyke, and clearly a dyke, was always 6'6" or whatever, always very masculine presenting, started growing the locks and everything in college. And so I will just say that, hearing this woman dismiss this request, or this question of what are your thoughts? Just what are your thoughts on the Brittany Griner situation? Brittany Griner, who we all know has been unlawfully detained in Russia over an amount of weed oil that would only be, justification for a fine at the most, and is serving a 9-year prison sentence or some shit. The bare minimum you could do is be my thoughts and prayers are with Brittany Griner and her family. Can't imagine how horrifying this must be, and praying for her safe return. This bitch acted like Brittany Griner was somebody who did a home invasion, murdered her fucking dog, slashed her tires. She said it like BG was the most disgusting name she had ever heard. She couldn't wait to change the topic and move on to something else. I don't know why she would do that. I mean, I'm guessing there's some homophobia in that. I'm guessing there's some not wanting to piss off the MAGA side of things. Kim Mulkey she's definitely giving I voted for Trump. It's giving White Walker on January 6th at the Capitol. So I wouldn't be shocked if that was the case, but it was just so gross. Yes, you had your own legacy, winning the gold in 84 and your championships and all that. But BG, it's wild for you to act like BG is not a huge reason that most people know your name or give a fuck about you in this current era. And so for you to say this about the person who is probably going to be the most naturally gifted athlete that you ever get the privilege of coaching is reprehensible. And if I had a daughter in your program at LSU, I would be putting her name into the fucking transfer portal as quickly as goddamn possible, because it's clear to me that you don't give a fuck about these kids. Not really. What the fuck kind of coach is this? You're taking these girls from high school to the college level. LSU, that's not no small, tiny punk bitch school. This is a major SEC program. A lot of these girls are probably going to be looking to the league afterwards. And this is the type of guidance, this is what you're telling all the recruits, all the girls who are currently in the program and their families. If you don't line up with what Kim Mulkey wants you to be, or the image that she wants you to have, then one day she might treat your daughter like she ain't shit and ain't like a bug on the bottom of her goddamn shoe. It was truly disgusting. So fuck that lady. I felt that way for a long time, and all I needed was a reason to say it. So fuck Kim Mulkey and fuck Brett Favre too. And I could have sworn that this Brett Favre news came out a good 2 years ago. Wow. Again, I can't believe I'm sitting here explaining this to somebody who literally just got done being on set at ESPN. Like, you literally, like, this is your job. But
yeah, clearly.
Channeling these, what was it, $5 million in TANF funds to build a volleyball stadium at the University of Southern Mississippi. Baby. TANF is like this is money earmarked for the poorest people. The poorest people. You have to have like not even 2 nickels to rub together to even qualify for that kind of assistance in the first place, because we live in a hellscape. And then in Mississippi, one of the poorest states, like, you're taking money directly out of the most disadvantaged people because your daughter plays volleyball for the university. Girl, what? Literal welfare queen, Brett Favre, the millionaire, stealing money from the state and doing it with the help of the governor. Like, everybody colluding together to steal money from the actual residents of this state for a volleyball stadium. You just can't be serious.
I can and I will.
The text messages came out. So this is what I feel like I heard this story, honestly. I don't know if it was earlier this year, a couple of years ago, but when it came back up a week or 2 ago, I wasn't shocked. I had already heard it, but now the text messages are coming out from the former Mississippi governor, like talking to him about how he should write the funding proposal, and them going back and forth about getting money for a new practice facility for the football team. And the governor even said, like, if we misuse these funds, that could violate federal law, and I'm too old to go to jail. Well, I hope all of y'all go to jail. Well, I hope every last one of y'all involved goes to jail. Jackson, Mississippi has had an issue. I'm not even sure that Jackson has clean running water again. Like, I'm pretty sure the Jackson water crisis is still going on. And this is the type of shit that the people involved, like the top of the government in Mississippi, these are y'all's priorities. Stealing money from people who already don't have nothing so that rich people can get some more rich shit for their kids. Girl, fuck right off with all of that. Fuck Brett Favre. Fuck the governor of Mississippi, old and new. I'm sure the new one is trash too. And then you know what? I was going to talk about the Ime Udoka situation, but that's just niggas being trifling. That is just men being trash. So I will just say, Nia Long, girl, I'm sorry. I hope you don't blame yourself, because this is peak nigga shit. It is what they do. To me, the worst part was that he let her move to fucking Boston, knowing that this story was going to come out. Like, Nia Long evidently just found out a few days before the rest of us did that this story was going to come out. He let her pack up their child and move to Boston. They looking for houses and shit. You thinking you got a happy home, a family that is about to build this new life together in a frigid city. That nigga let you leave your warm home in Los Angeles just to come to Boston and be disrespected to your face. Like, if it's one thing about niggas, they will have the fucking audacity every goddamn time. The fact that he was asked to stop and didn't. Is outside pussy really that important? Is it really?
And it's attached to ego.
But is it so important that you had to, again, like the listener letter, is it so important that you had to fuck the one person that you're not allowed to fuck? Like,
no.
Like, they suspended this nigga for the whole fucking season. He not coming back. And apparently the details are worse. Allegedly, the details are worse than what any of us have heard. So I'm sure 30 seconds after this show comes out, there will be even more information, and we'll be like, wow, even worse than we thought. But just, yeah, my heart goes out to Nia Long, and fuck these niggas who just want to lie and will lie in order to get whatever they want and not give one single damn about the feelings of anybody else involved. You wasn't thinking about Nia or your son, so please don't talk about wanting privacy as y'all work through this situation. Now, you was not thinking about them when you was fucking whoever these women, wives of people on the team or somebody who was booking travel, whoever they are. You wasn't thinking about that then. Don't act like you thinking about them now. Ugh. The way I was rooting for him, calling him Mr. Nia Long because he was a black man who was the coach of the Celtics. That was the only reason I ever rooted for the Celtics in the fucking finals, semifinals, however far they went. Like, I did not care outside of that. So, like, I feel duped. I'm going to make this about me. I feel personally victimized and lied to. But, yeah, another week of niggas being garbage, man. What can I fucking say?
What's new?
And that's it. I'm done. I was going to talk about the Lizzo thing, but y'all just look for reasons to be mad at Lizzo. So...
yeah, she just exists in her skin and y'all want to crawl out of yours. So.
Yeah, and now white people are mad at her playing this flute. Like, girl,
that musty ass old ass flute.
Okay, like, calm down.
If you don't get on bended knee and suck my ass,
I do not care about
you and this goddamn
no
flute,
slave
bitch.
man. Right. I do not care about this slaver and his fucking flute. I wish she would have played a couple of notes and then smashed that bitch on the stage. That's what I wish she would have done. Really sick, now that would have been a fucking moment. White people would have fallen to pieces, child, but
you think that's what happened.
Yeah. Girl, fuck that flute, nigga, fuck that. Mad because she twerking while playing the flute. Who the fuck cares? That thing was just sitting there, never being played. Who gives a shit? But yeah, let me stop because I keep thinking of random things and I'm truly done. I'm done.
All right. So for me, I just want to say to the point of I'm Yadoke. Ime Yamas.
Okay. Yep.
So there's a person, a co-sports analyst by the name of Malika Andrews, who has been, doing some reporting, alongside, literally everyone else who's been talking about this adulterer and the news surrounding it. But she has specifically held Mr. Nia Long's ass to the fire, as well as bringing up prior arrests and legal situations for the interim coach, Joe Mazzarella?
No clue.
So the new nigga who is coming in has had some cases in the past as well. And so when they reported on this, when Malika Andrews brought it up, on some we'd be remiss to not mention that this individual has had some cases of his own in the past. Mm-hmm. And then whoop-de-whoop, let's move on. And now this woman has been target of many upset tweets and people calling her white man's whore, or whatever y'all call Tia Mowry, because she's allegedly dating a white man or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. I don't really understand the problem. Like, people are saying she's racist against black men and things like that for reporting information that y'all were talking about anyway. And I'm real confused. Like, I don't understand. I know that niggas are reaching for any branches they possibly can on this one. Oh, it happens all of the time in the NBA. Oh, it's so common. That doesn't change the fact that it's scandalous and wrong and shouldn't take place at all. Mm-hmm. And that's before it being against the rules. But what I'm confused about is why y'all are tight at this lady for simply telling y'all information that's available on any one of these pages you can find on the World Wide Web, aside from the fact that y'all are going to talk about it anyway because Twitter, y'all are going to unearth any piece of information and then go back and forth and do the battle of the sexes arguments about it any motherfucking way. So if Mama takes the opportunity to be like, hey, so yes, this is a thing, let's just mention it because y'all are going to talk about it anyway. Okay, next. I don't understand how that makes her like racist against Black people because y'all are going to talk about it any the fuck way. Maybe niggas should just not be scandalous and predatory and, fuck their subordinates.
Yeah.
Moving on. Great. Okay, so the next for me, simply rap girls, rap children, rap ladies, rap divas.
Wow.
Do we need a guidance counselor? Do we need a babysitter's club? Do we need do we need a Tabitha Brown or an Iyanla? Who needs to step in? Because the girlies are at this point, they're so deep down the Mean Girls path that I don't even know if we can get like a final act where everything gets sewn up and everyone gets a piece of the tiara and we move the fuck on. I'm exhausted. I don't care no more about none of this shit. I've been tired. I don't know what the fuck y'all fighting about at this motherfucking point, but the fact that you continuously allow fandom, random little dick niggas, and whoever the fuck else shot John to walk y'all into these corners. And then sometimes it's y'all. Sometimes it's not even outside influence. Sometimes it's just the fact that maybe y'all watch too much Housewives and too much Married to Medicine or whatever the fuck happens on Zeus. And y'all like forget that you're rich and don't have to do this, or the fact that you have just a platform and opportunity, resources, and you don't have to do this. I don't give a motherfuck about nobody's arms, surgery, custody, husbands.
Oh, yes.
Bitch, just rap. I just want to hear the music. Like, this shit is so fucking boring, and everybody else Christmas tree ornament hooking themselves onto this bullshit and just making a giant holiday of garbage. I just don't.
They were really going at it the other day.
I just got scraps of it. Literally, I didn't even hear about it until the following day. And then poor Bria put a link. She did less this time than the Queen radio era. Because the last time there was transcribing, there were screenshots, there was so much information. And I was just like, sweets, no. Now she gave like one link and was like, here's
figure it out
over there with that. And I feel her and I just respect that decision because, girl, when I looked at the things that were being slung back and forth and the shade and the subliminals and stuff, I'm like, y'all ain't tired? Y'all ain't grown? Y'all ain't parents? This is...
Yep, all of y'all are parents.
There isn't a diaper that needs changing. There isn't a Coco to Melon. There isn't like... What?
Yeah.
It's the game is so ego driven and so weird, and y'all are bashing each other over body parts, real and fake, and gossip and charts and all of this. I don't fucking care. You'd be much stronger together than you would apart. And just all of the frivolous bickering back and forth and making a whole day out of shade. It's just like, I don't know if I'm just old and crotchety and ready for the world to burn anyway. And then maybe that's why I feel this way, because I know a lot of y'all had a really good time.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to hear the music. And that's the thing too. It's like y'all doing this, and then a lot of the musical presentation is also just not even matching up.
Mm.
It's not even the Instagram, Twitter, back and forth gaggery shade extravaganza is actually more entertaining for the masses than the actual singles you're putting out.
Well,
And that's worth examining.
Yeah.
But I'm just here.
This Akbar girl, do you know who that is?
I don't care. She was on Love and Hip Hop.
I had to Google it. Yeah, I was extremely confused.
That's my thing. Why are you arguing with her? Like, I don't.
Mm-hmm. We don't even know the music. We know this arguing shit.
I just feel like there's so many other people who would take the net worth that some of these people have and put it to better use.
Yeah. I mean, and Cardi ain't no better.
None of them are.
Going back and forth with that girl in the first place. What are you
Everybody
doing?
looks and sounds crazy. Nobody in this situation looks.
Yeah. Nobody came out looking like they had any fucking sense. Not one,
to me.
Not one soul.
And again, like, I know a lot of the people who are just like, you know what, like, girl, I hate my job, or I hate my kids. And so this is, a good kiki in the middle of the day for, like, if you had a good time, bet. But for me, bigger picture, everybody look crazy. Y'all are arguing over absolute garbage, and y'all letting niggas get away with foolishness. Because they over here talking about what kind of socks they wear and whether or not Boondocks is an anime and getting away with being completely talentless. And y'all talking about he said, she said, and who the fuck got a feature and who didn't and who's charting. And I'm just over it. Like,
yeah. Arguing with nobodies about nothing. You feel good about that?
Anyways.
Yeah.
What time is it? Yeah, it's time for me to go now.
Oh, so
get a little snack then.
Yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this week's episode of The Read. I just saw that Coolio passed away.
Right? Crazy.
Rest in peace to Coolio. Goddamn, not in the middle of us recording, girl. Wow.
Like, I literally got the little notification.
I really can't even process that right now. So, yeah, more on that later. But
I'm gonna play Gangsta's Paradise on my way to work tomorrow.
Absolutely, that horrible movie. But niggas love that song, and I mean, love that song. I probably still know all the words to it. I bet if I played it, I would know a good 80% of the lyrics. So. But Coolio had a hell of a run, and I hope he felt the love for himself. I hope he felt the love for his artistry, his craft, and felt like he received his flowers.
Jordan Peele remade that into a horror movie, didn't he?
Oh, the song
is Gangsta's Paradise one of those movies Jordan Peele took
is
and
it in
scary?
Us? It might be.
I think it is.
It might be. He keeps ruining my face. Oh, I'm thinking of I Got 5 on It. That scared the shit out of me.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gangsta's Paradise definitely feels primed for a Jordan Peele horror movie remake.
He could do that.
That movie that song kind of creeped me out when it came out.
Yeah.
Maybe it's those Candyman ass instruments. What? Go ahead.
Yeah. So rest in peace, Coolio. That is going to wrap up this week's episode. Check us out at This Is The Read. Our website is thisistheread.com. You can find our merch over at Shop The Read, and you can join our Patreon over at patreon.com/theread. I'm going to be going live on Friday for our patrons on tier 3, I believe it is. So head on over to patreon.com/theread. Sign up if you want to be a part of all the fun things going on over there. Any other news from you before we head out?
Yes, indeed. I would like to let you folks at home know that spooky season is upon us.
Oh, Christ.
And that means it's time to take things back to a function that we once knew and some of us once loved. It is called Trilloween.
Yes.
Trilloween Part 8 will be taking place October 28th in the city of Los Angeles, California, and October 30th in the city of Atlanta, Georgia. Tickets will be available at Trilloween.com this Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern. You may purchase said tickets in order to receive admission to one of the following or one of the prior discussed Trilloween dates. A Halloween costume is not required. It is, however, encouraged. The theme is Death at the Disco.
I'm scared already.
So, do with that what you may. We're going to get our act 1, 2, and 3 on. We're going to Renaissance out. We're going to twerk. We're going to do all the things. I think I just realized as I'm speaking that I have no idea what I'm going to wear to any of this.
Either one? Okay.
So I should probably figure that out, but we have time.
Yes.
So if you're in the LA area or the Atlanta area, October at the end of that month, now's the time.
And where do they get tickets?
Trilloween.com.
Oh.
That is TRILLO Ween.com.
All right.
You can purchase tickets on Friday, and that will be 12 p.m. Eastern. Love to see you there. The girlies are stepping out once again.
All right.
Welcome.
Well, can't wait for these shenanigans. See y'all at Trilloween and take care of yourselves. We'll be back next week.